right, guys. I'm going to give it a few minutes because I think I am a few minutes early, which is totally different than what I'm normally doing. Okay, so let's see here. Okay. All the different icons got moved around, so I'm like, oh, I don't know what it is. Making sure that I am on. And you guys can hear me. Okay. Okay. If anybody's on, say you are here and let me know if you can hear me. Oh. There. It's gonna drive me crazy if it wasn't straight. Sorry, guys. I was like, that's gonna drive me crazy if it's not straight. Okay. Alright, let's see. Hi, Mary. Marie. I'm here, yes, awesome. You can hear me, right? Alright, so I know there's a little bit of a delay usually, so I just wanna, okay. I almost, this chair sometimes feels, oh, thank you. Okay, so, we had a small change of plans. The lovely Tori will not be joining us. And I'm making the Vixen instead of the Aries. So, I'm not sure if you guys know this or not, but hi, Tammy. Today is Tori's birthday in Australia. So, technically, it's June 1st. I mean, May 31st, sorry, for her. And it's her birthday. And she forgot that it was her birthday. And I was like, no. Go. You know, your friends want to take you out. Don't. I will do the live. I will just do a different bag. And that way we can still do the Aries together. Even if it's not on a live, it could be just us two just chatting together, doing it together. So, here we are. And anybody who knows Tori, that is Tori fashion. That's what we love Tori about. So much about Tori is that she's authentic. And she is like, oh, that's stuffed up. You know, and no big deal. Because it's not. You know? Since I already had it scheduled and everything, I was like, let me just go and make the Vixen. I love the Vixen. It's my first pattern that I bought templates for because I loved the shape of the Vixen. And this is before I went down the swoon valley of all the beautiful bags Swoon has too. So I was like, this is amazing. So yeah. Happy birthday, Tori! Yeah, she said she's gonna come on. Hi! Hi, Arnetta. She said she might hop on the comments here and there, and pop in, like she says. So, she might pop in with her lovely self. Alright, so, I'm doing the Vixen. I'm doing the Vixen with a crossbody strap, 1-inch webbing. I'm doing it kind of easy, as simple as I can make it, really. Because I literally cut this out in 15 minutes. I cut this out in 15 minutes. So it's a quick cutout when you're doing it with a template for sure. And then this was actually the template. I don't have it with me, but the template that I bought from her in Australia and paid for it to come all the way over here in the States. Why? Because I love me some Tori, and that's why. Okay, so we have two of the exterior pieces for, I'm sorry, two lining pieces of the main body, two gusset pieces. This is a slip pocket that I'm going to do. These are the side pieces. This is the base lining and base exterior. These are for like little strap connectors and stuff on. Like, I'm going to sew it up and then cut it as I need, to whatever size I need. I'll leave this to the side there. These are my side pieces, gusset pieces for exterior, and then two main pieces of exterior. And that's it. That's all you need. So it's really like 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 pattern pieces if you're going minimal. Like minimum, like you don't want a lot of frills and thrills. 4 pieces. If you wanted to do the fancy pocket in the front, like then you can do that one. That's a 5th piece. And then there's an interior pocket that you can also do, and that's a 6th piece. So 6 pieces or 4 pieces. I'm going to have a 4-piece chicken today. All right. I'm going to go ahead and get all of my pieces with foam on it. And then I'm going to grab a piece of Decobell. Heavy or light? I'm not sure. For the base, I'm going to definitely get a more sturdier interfacing for the base. So let me get that now so that I'm not having to get up and down, up and down, up and down the whole time. All right, so for all my lovely folks out there who was looking forward to Tori coming on, she will not be on the live today. Just letting y'all know. If someone can put that in the chat or the comments, that would be awesome. I don't mind saying it, you know, because it's a funny story. It's funny. So, I'm just getting the base stabilizer. Yeah, this is extra firm stabilizer. Just cutting it. Doing just a rough cut. You guys know how I am. Okay, boom. Stabilizer. Done. Alright, so I'm not going to do any quilting or anything fancy today. It is going to be a straight up minimalist bag. Hi, Melissa. Okay, so take all these pieces, put them here, and then put them to the back because I need to do my what's it called? Put my foam onto my main pieces, and I'll show you how I do it. Just, you know, if this was this is the printed vinyl that I have. If you wanted to, you could put in a piece of Decobell Light or So Fuse Plus out of the seam allowance and then do the foam, and that will just give it a little bit more structure. But I personally just like the feel of foam. But that's your preference. Like Tori says, do what you want. I can't tell you what to do. I'm not the boss of you. Okay. Oh, I measured that perfectly. Look at that. Boom. Hi, Tammy. Thank you, Tammy. Thank you very much. Okay. And this foam like just kind of like sticks to the vinyl, so I don't have to worry about it. Like it's like static on there. Does that make sense? Like I'm like pushing it up and everything, and this is not fusible. This is just regular. Hi, Kate W. Okay, so you see how it's just not moving, right? So that's what we want. And I'm just going to base this in, and then I'll show you how I cut it away. So it's a rough cut, no big deal. I am using the new foot. You guys can't see it. Sorry. I'm using the new foot that I sent Tori, the orange one that has like, it's like multifunctional or whatever. That it could do the left or right zipper or center skinny foot type of thing. So we're going to see how that works. I'm going to try it out. We are going to be using my Barbie pink hardware. I absolutely love the color. It turned out really, 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 really pretty. It's a little bit more pearlized than it is anything else. It's a little shiny, but it's more pearl. A line at KFC. I am sewing the Vixen by Tori at Seems Legit because I love this pattern and I love me some Tori. All right, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to pull this back and I'm just going to angle my scissors so that I'm cutting it in a way that I'm cutting away from it, but it's like at an angle, so it's not as thick, if that makes sense. It's a little fiddlier, but it really takes a lot of that, like the extra stuff out of the seam allowance. You don't have to do this. You could literally just cut it out at the exact shape. Okay. Motorcycles driving down the street. Hello, Shanova. Okay. So if you guys have any questions about anything that's upcoming, any of my fabrics or hardware, by all means, I am not like a huge hardware, like that's primarily all I do kind of thing. I keep like stuff that I know I would use on hand, and I just buy it at wholesale and then give you guys an opportunity to buy it at a decent cost. So by all means, I'm not like your one and all kind of thing shop, but sometimes you can find some cute stuff. So you see how right here it just kind of like makes it thinner right through here because it kind of compressed it with the stitches, but then I stitched away from right there. So that's going to be less bulky in the seam. So I like that method very much. Just basting it on all the pieces. Nothing big, nothing small. Okay. Oh yeah, it's better from this way. So I just make sure I'm not catching. Okay, so it's better to do it the pretty side up. It's been a while since I've done it, so. There we go. Okay, so that's 2. Snip your tails, just like Tori tells us. She's here in spirit, right? Yeah. Okay, so we got those 2 done, and then we need these 2 done. These 2 sets, should I say, because it's not 2 of them, it's just sets. Knock it over. Get it again. And I just kind of like rough cut this out of my bolt of foam that I have. I buy it in by the bolt is just because I go through so much of it. Not just me independently sewing, but when I have classes and workshops and stuff, I like to have it available and accessible to people to be able to use it. So. Like if someone didn't come with theirs or something, they could totally just grab some from here. I think that's what I love about having the studio be so versatile that it has like just about everything in it. Maybe it could be a little too much of everything, but that's what I love about it. So I'm really able to just like, hey, you know, let's do this today, or let's do that, or you know, someone's like, oh, I don't have that. I was like, oh, I've got it. Which is, it comes in handy, especially for the local people who sew. I have a few local peeps in the area that just swing by and be like, hey, what's up? Like, I need some hardware. They're like, all right, come on, I'll hook you up. All right. It is going to be a very busy June here. We are starting off June with the Treat Yourself Retreat. And Miss Shanova is going to be our instructor that weekend. So if you've never seen anything that Shanova has done, shame on you. Go look at her Instagram. Amazing. I think it's Nova Knits. If you go to Nova Knits. Shanova, put your information on there. So I think it's Nova Knits, but you need to see her work. It is artist. It is very artist. Instagram, Shanova, there you go. There you go, guys. You gotta follow her and watch her stuff because she's an artist. So she's gonna be our instructor for that weekend, and Friday we are having like a open time between I say 11 to 12, I think. Yeah, 11 to 12 is like open time. Just come in, set up, chit chat, you know, get to, you know, catch up with people because a lot of the people who are coming to this year's retreat were also here at our first retreat last year. And we may or may not have seen each other since then, but it's good to catch up with people and see how things are going, how they're doing, you know, getting the whole social aspect into sewing. And then we'll start off with working on the Aries in the, what are they called? I forget what they're called. Oh, like the magnetic snap and the connectors have to be made out of vinyl or some type of non-fraying fabric. and they need to be like glued together and then sewn, and then we edge paint. So we're gonna actually be working on edge paint on Friday. And while Shinobi is teaching on that, I will be helping cut out like kits and stuff, because it's like a choose your own adventure, because the kit comes with yardage. It's not just here's a pre-cut kit kind of thing and buy. It's like this is all yours to take home with you and use it any way you want to, or use it in the class. As long as you have a non-fraying fabric for your tabs and your magnetic snap, I can't tell you what to do, but it's amazing. So yes, chef's kiss. Yes, Chanel is awesome. And just imagine like picking her brain for 3 days. Like, you know, and really being able to ask questions, and they're like, you know, some things you just can pick up better in person than you can over the camera, because all of her tutorials are very informative. Let me tell you that. But have you ever found yourself like going through something like, wait a minute, go back. What did you just do? And it's like magic or something, you know? So yeah, definitely in person is a benefit of it. For sure. Hi, BJ! I'm so happy to see you back. How's your conference call? So yeah, so that's what we'll do on Friday. And then Saturday we start at from 9 to 10 is like social hour. Come in, set up, do whatever you need to do. Boring. And then after that, then we are going to go, we get catered lunch from 12 to 1. At 1:30, we are leaving to go to Tandy Leather. That might have changed from what I put out on the itinerary on the group. So if on the Facebook group is a little different, that's why, because I actually confirmed the time with the manager at Tandy Leather today. Just because when I had first called, you know, it was a whiles away, and they didn't have their schedule made already, so they didn't know what time would be better for us to come in with, you know, all these people. So they're like, can you call us back like a week before? And I was like, sure thing. So I called today, got to speak with the manager, and she was able to get us in from 2 to 4 to Tandy Leather. She's going to be available, and maybe one other person to answer any questions that we have. She said she's going to have some displays as samples, as like different things that you can do with mixed textiles, like leather and other things, not just leather. So that was good. That was a good conversation to have. What are you eating? Southern catered lunch. So we are going to be having some Southern fried chicken, some Southern pulled pork. We're having what's it called? Fried okra. We're having, it's going to be a lot of fried stuff, I'm sorry. But we are putting a salad in there too. So you can totally go for the salad. Hush puppies. Like it's going to be like a real Southern buffet. Like that's pretty much how they get it. You got it! Yay! It's so pretty, isn't it, BJ? Oh, it's so nice. It's so much better in person. But you saw it in person when you came to help me that one day. So yeah, we're Southern cuisine. Think Eastern Carolina, Southern, and that's what you get. I'm just saying. So it's gonna be a good spread. Plenty to choose from. I am gonna put some salads in there and some vegetarian options as well, because I know some people might have vegetarian. Yeah, you know, they may not eat all vegetarian, maybe just chicken. You know, that's me. I can only eat chicken and mostly veggies, so I get it. I know, it's gorgeous. Okay, so I've got all of my exterior pieces done. Yeah, all my exterior pieces done. So the next thing to do is just like prep like the connectors. Wait. Kidding, just kidding. It's not gonna fit there. It's okay. Let's find out this piece. I forgot to do the base. It's all about that base. About that base. No, true. Okay. I can't wait to start working on my laser. My friend George is helping me with that. I gotta download Lightburn tonight on my laptop that's here. And then fried green tomatoes. That's more southern, like South Carolina, Tammy. It's not a bad thing. I'm just letting you know it's more. That's more South Carolina. Now, I'm not going to say you can't get it around here, because you can. But it's not as good, in my opinion. My humble opinion. It's not as good as it would be if you were in South Carolina. Yeah, I said it. Because the last time I had fried green tomatoes in South Carolina, it was at the restaurant called The Pier, if I'm not mistaken. And it's right off of the pier, like that major pier over by Charleston. And the one with like all of the swings and stuff, I forget what it's called. Something pier, obviously, but anyway, so they had an amazing appetizer that had fried green tomatoes and crab cakes with this like sauce that went over it, and you can, you can like dip it. It was good. It was very good. And this is before I had my son. So gosh, that was over 10 years ago. Well, he's 10 now, but yeah. Wait. This is like right after, I think this is during our honeymoon. And I was not completely allergic to too south. Yeah, that's true. So I didn't have a allergic reaction that day, obviously, because it hadn't quite gotten that bad yet. But later on, my allergies got to the point where I can no longer eat shellfish or seafood. You're fine, Tammy. I think it's because I've been here and I've been to South Carolina so much that I kind of like, you know, kind of can tell you like where the best of certain things are going to be. And when it comes to that, like the moonshine in South Carolina, hands down, best stuff ever. Oh my goodness. Amazing. I'm trying to think of what else is there. There's so much good food everywhere, but something thinking about food. I just ran out of bobbin. Well, that's awesome because I was just using a different color bobbin for the bottom. I'm just kind of like bobbin dumping at this point, just to get it to the point where I actually need my bobbin to be seen. Because y'all know this is. That's not one of mine. There we go. Put that in there so I can fill it. So I'm using the blue that Kasaya that I bought from Kasaya. It's called Navy Seal. Sorry, it's called Navy Seal, and it goes really well with the vibrancy of all of this without having to be like a pink. Because I'm using pink on a lot of other things, so I think this one would be. Yeah, it's the same place. Arnetta, it's the same place where we're having the barbecue from last time. The only difference is it's going to be catered. Yep. The place that I'm talking about is called Carolina Barbecue. And they have been I wouldn't say small because they're very popular, but a mom and pop restaurant for years. And they just make amazing food. I try not to get it too often, but I'm not going to say that I don't get it at least once a month. Yeah, North Carolina Eastern Barbecue. Yes. Sweet and tangy and tangy. Y'all making me hungry. So I want something else. Y'all making me hungry over here. Okay. I need to go get zipper tape. Because I totally forgot about zipper tape. The good thing I am really close to the zipper tape. Nothing is like saying, use me. I'm trying to do something that's not going to be like pink, you know? I think I'm going to do this blue because it goes really well with the blue. Yeah. I'm going to do this one because it goes really well with the blue. Oh, I need to change my bobbin. Sure do. I'm to the point where I need to change my bobbin. With my connectors. I need to do something. I totally forgot. So a lot of the links down below are for the Aries. So I'll try to remember to put in the comments later. Or probably BJ can look it up too. She knows of Tori, obviously, for the Vixen pattern because I had linked the Aries and the stuff that I was doing for that. I don't know if Acclimate still has the Harry Potter like hardware and all that stuff, all that lovely stuff that they had that I had bought on a pre-order last year. But that hardware is amazing. It is amazing. I was kind of hoarding it until I got to the right place, and then I moved to this studio, and I'm like, we're unpacking things and putting things away and getting things ready. I'm like, oh, there it is. Let's use that. Oh, I missed that one. Yeah, I don't think I've done that one yet. Well, I haven't done a lot of Shambhala's bags. Is it Shambhala? Yeah. I don't have a very big wheelhouse when it comes to the variety of bags that I have made. Vixen would be my number 2 seller. Number 1 is the Emily Tote by Mormino. I gotta change my bobbin. So I have that one. That's the one I love. That one sells for me a lot. I do really good with that one. Let me think here. Yeah. That's primarily, I mean, I've done a few other bags. I've done a couple of swoon patterns, and I've done a few, I've only done like 2 sweetness patterns. I'm trying to think of who else is out there that's also a pattern maker that I've made, but mostly Lauren, Swoon, Tori, and Seems Legit, and Not a Thread Co. The Tuesday tote. I think there was another one that I made of hers. I can't remember, but I'm not as versatile in bag making as I am in other things. This is still fairly new to me, but I enjoy it very much. When I get to do it, I really enjoy it. You know what I forgot to cut? Handles. Oh no, I'm just doing this as a everyone go look at Sandra's new vinyl in stock, but probably will not be very long. That's true. That's true, BJ. It is just flying off the shelves. I'm not complaining at all. At all. I appreciate it very much, guys. Those online sales really help keep my classes affordable for people to take classes in person. So I really appreciate that. Because that's my passion. My passion is teaching in person, but teaching beginners is really my wheelhouse. Is like, you've never sewn on a sewing machine before, you've come to the right place. You know, that has been my vision and my drive for the last 8 years that I've been in business. It's just really doing that, so I really, really, really appreciate it. I know that fabric is amazing. So these are for connectors, so I don't really know which ones I'm using for what connectors. I think I'm just doing the side connectors, and then I think this one's just going to be a overlay over the, what you call it, pocket. Just a fancy thing for the pocket, the inside pocket. There we go. We do that. Hardware. Don't worry about me, guys. Rings. Okay, so the Barbie set, the Barbie pink set comes with 2 zipper pulls along with the crossbody pieces to make a crossbody bag, crossbody strap. So the strap pieces are for the to make the strap is only the swivel hook and a tri-glide, and then the D-rings are in addition to the. It's in the kit. I'm just saying that it's just normally D-rings are not usually included when you think about like a swivel crossbody thing. You know what I'm saying. It is beautiful, isn't it? Did I send you some? I couldn't remember if we had any in stock when I had your package sent. Shinova. Sorry, I could be talking to anybody, right? My mind is just thinking about this because I think I'm going to put this in the seam. But I don't want to put it in the seam. We'll figure it out together. Forever. Now this pattern does have handles, but I'm making it more like a shoulder bag. Why? Because I feel like it. I have 15 minutes to prep. And I'd say good. I went to my wall of templates and I was like, all right, speak to me. It's literally what I did. I went to the wall and I said, speak to me. And Vixen was like, duh. So, yeah. All right, so now that I've done that, I want to put a rivet like right here just so that the ring doesn't kind of keep swiveling over because you can see it drops. So I want to make sure that that stays up, and I'm going to put a rivet in it. So I grab the press. Okay. And I got my rivets. So this is pink rivets that match the Barbie pink hardware. The pre-order for the new hardware and fabrics is going to be June 5th, and it's going to run through the 15th. But the hardware, the options are the purple, but it's like a royal purple. Like royal purple. It's not like a fuchsia, it's like a royal purple. It's not like lavender, it's a royal purple. And then, yeah, royal purple and white. The iridescent pearl white. Y'all. When you guys see it in person, I'm telling you, you're going to love it. Because it really is like iridescent. It shimmers like a rainbow type of thing. It's just amazing. It like shimmers. When you move, it's like it catches the light and it catches. Oh, so pretty. I can't wait to get that one. Let me think. So I know a lot of people have said that, you know, I don't like pre-orders. I get it. I don't either. But my pre-order is a little different than a lot of other people's. So my pre-order, I start my order with my supplier on the first day of the opening of the pre-sale, and I kind of get an estimate. Okay, like regardless if anybody else is going to buy anything more, I know at minimum I'm going to need this much of this fabric. And so the order is started. Then the files are sent, everything's done, testing, boom, 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 it's done. Now, as that's happening, you guys are putting in your orders, you're putting in your stuff, you're like, okay, that I'm gonna go ahead and do this, this, and this, and this. So if it's over the amount that I was just gonna get, just to say, okay, I know we're about gonna sell this or whatever, then I tell them, and I was like, hey, we need to add so many more to the, and that's what happened with the Gandia fabric. Gardenia, I don't know. Gardenia fabric, I don't know. I can't speak today. But that's what happened with that one. So originally, I was only going to get like 4 yards of that. And then it just blew up and everybody loved it. So I was like, oh, I need more of that. So I did. So my pre-order is a little different where I don't wait until everything is in from the consumer and then place my order. I place my order ahead of time because I have a retail store. So I know that the minimum amount I can at least get, and I don't pick things that I wouldn't use myself. So the fabrics will be here, even if it's me having to use it as stock for something else. I'm totally okay with it. Okay, so that's how I'm different with pre-orders. It is a pre-order, but it isn't, if that makes sense. I'm already putting an order in. You're just adding on to it and getting the benefit of having it when it gets here. Pretty fire. I'm not putting the zipper pull on yet, but I'm going to do a double zip just because I feel like it's nice. Okay. I have it hanging over. And I'm just going to baste this in place. I'm not going to sew it on the seam allowance. It's just going to be really close to the edge, just like I did with the basting on the foam. That was fun. Okay. So I did that side. Okay, so now I am going to move closer. So I'm going to, no. It's going to be moving back and forth, but it's okay. It's better than taking it completely off. Okay, so I'm lifting it. I'm unscrewing it just a little bit, just to kind of get it to wiggle. Oh, maybe that's a little too much. Okay. And then I'll screw it back in so it tightens it up. So I don't want to flip it. Do you see? That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, man. They won't stop moving on me. Okay. Okay. Yeah, there we go. All right. So I'm going to do it with the foam side one up because I can see where I stitched before. so I can get as close as I need to. I didn't even get to show Tori. I painted my nails green because everything I was doing today was green. Well, that I cut out yesterday because it was slithering. I was like, really? Really? I'm just going to bind this bag, by the way. So I'm not birthing it. I'm just going to bind it. Oh. I can't see any of my teeth. Well, I guess it's... Yeah. Who's messaging me? Somebody's messaging me. Alright, so right here, it's really resisting because it's not wanting to come over. So what you can do, okay, is you can remove some of the bulk. Because I basted this first one, it's going to be a little harder to take the vinyl off without cutting the zipper, so I don't want to do that. But what I do want to do is cut back some of this waterproof canvas. And it's going to allow it to sit down a little flatter. Okay. That in the trash. Okay, that's much better. See that? How it's like really pulling away. That's what we're looking for when we're doing our top stitching. Figuring I probably need to change it, but I'm not going to. Because I'm a rebel. Yeah, I need to. It's still not going to do it. I tried. I tried to get away with it. Wasn't going to happen. Okay. So I don't have to keep moving it. Okay. You know what's so funny? I remember a couple weeks ago before classes ended, I was in one of my beginner classes and I kept saying, "Beam me up, Scotty." And she's like, "What, are you supposed to be Scotty? Because then you're beaming yourself up?" And I was like, listen, I have no idea what I'm saying. So please enlighten me because I do not know what I am saying. I was like, I was just like, yeah, let's just have some fun. I think it's because one of the kids, it wasn't a kid, it was an adult class. One of the adults was like, "I really love Star Wars stuff, but I can't find anything." I was like, "I'm sorry." And then she's like, "Can you get Star Wars?" And I'm like, "I don't think so. I can try, but I don't know. It's not my wheelhouse." It's not my wheelhouse. Yes, I'm using the new foot. That new foot that I sent Tori. So I'm going to use it for a little while. See if I like it, don't like it, if it holds up, you know. If everything looks good, then I will offer it at the studio. But I like to always test whatever I have coming down the pipeline. Hey, Wendy. I've always got something in the works. You know me. so nice. Oh, look at that. That is amazing. Oh, so pretty. So pretty. Oh, hello. Who's messaging me? Oh, that's too funny. I just got a notification that Georgia is on live on Twitch. And that she is doing the potato cat plushies. She loves her potato cat. It's pretty cool. I'm going to remove the foot, but first I want to clip this so I don't lose my place. Ah, lost it anyway. Boogers. Oh, that's fun. It is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. It's too early for Christmas song. I can't help it. Okay. Don't you give me any problems, lady. I'm talking to a machine. Like how you talk to her. Okay. Okay. I'm making it a little bit easier to turn over. So you're still screwing and unscrewing things. It's just not as, I don't know. You don't have to move the big foot, I guess, out of the way. It takes some getting used to a little bit, but I think once you get used to having, like, know exactly where you need to have it, it gets better. There we go. And that's it, because that's all I'm doing for zippers. That's all I'm doing, guys. That's all I'm doing for zippers. I'm not doing nothing else. I'm not doing nothing else, so don't ask. I'm kidding, guys. You can ask. Ask away. Alright, so. Pulling. My son cannot stop talking about next weekend. He is so excited. Okay, So I did it. Okay, so now I gotta get my tabs. And I'm leaving these long because I like to have my tabs like have something to like rivet onto, if it makes sense. But I first have to put my zippers on because I don't want to repeat what happened to the book bag. I do that totally for you guys to see how to fix it. Crack it open, like scrambling some eggs. Not really. Oh yeah, that's smart. Pull it off, because why not? There's something like in the teeth. I don't know what it is. Here we go. Zipper. Look how that's gonna look. Oh yeah. It's gonna tight. Tabs. Where? Oh, there they go. So where did they go? Okay. Yeah, that's a little longer. That's gonna drive me crazy. So sorry. Okay. So this one here is just a little bit shorter than that one, so I'm trying to kind of like make that one a little bit longer so that when I put it on, it kind of makes the teeth meet up together. And it's like a millimeter, guys. It's not even like all that much, but I'm just me. And most of the time, I don't let things like that like really deter me because I know things just happen. Mm-hmm. There we go. There we go. Oh, that's better. Oh, that's better. My poor Luna is... She is absolutely infatuated with Enzo. She cannot go a day without seeing Enzo. She has to see Enzo. I mean, my poor thing. I mean, she is just like so obsessed with him. He's a cutie, for sure. I can totally see what there is to be, you know, infatuated with. But I'm like, girl, you got it bad. I've got to upload my my videos of her and Enzo so you guys can see them. Oh my gosh, they are so cute. They really are. They're adorable. All right. An hour in, not too bad, not too bad. All right, so that's done. And now I've got to do the lining pieces. So I don't have to do much for the lining other than putting this cargo, this like piece here. Just to kind of like, oh, that's gonna be so pretty. Oh yeah, it's gonna be so pretty. It's just kind of give it a little bit of depth just so when you take this out. Nope. I'm trying to see something. Oh yeah. Yep. I'm trying to do it so there's no raw edge. So I'm trying to line it up so that I can sew it. And then sew it again. If that makes sense. I'm just kind of flying by the seat of my pants right now. And this is how I make things different. Her boyfriend. Yeah. Her boyfriend. She is, whew, she's got it bad. You know how in the movie The Little Mermaid, the original, when it was like, oh, she's got it bad. You know, like the sisters were saying that. Yeah, and that's how I feel like it is with Luna and Enzo. Because Josh, Enzo's daddy, will sit there and I'll tell them, hey, we're going out for a walk. Just letting you know. If she sees Enzo, I can't stop her. So he was like, okay, I'll let him know Luna's coming. And as soon as the word Luna comes out of his mouth, Enzo is running out and escaping. So Enzo is an escape artist. He can get out of his house when he wants to. He knows how to open the door when it's not locked, obviously. So he can like let himself in and out and stuff like that. He's a really good dog. He stays in the yard and everything. But it is hilarious how he would like literally just be like, peace, I'm out. And that's cute. Okay. I mean, the stitching could be better, but I didn't know at the time that that's what I was going to do. So, to my defense. Yeah, it's her boyfriend, all right. Okay. I can see it this way. Aha. I can see it this way. Aha. Okay. This is not a crazy big pocket, so I'm not going to like cut it in half, but I will be putting rivets on these two sides just to kind of keep everything in place. But I don't see the need really for me to do a center line and make two small pockets. I like the bigger pocket personally, so that's what they're getting. If they don't like it, it's not my fault. Yeah, I did my nails green. No, I need to bring it down just a tiny bit more. Because if it's too high over here on this curve, when I do my binding, it's going to be not so good. No bueno. No bueno. There. Okay. That is done. Not really, it's just pinned, but still. Remove the pin. Just making sure everything looked good. It's too funny. Hey guys. Do, 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 do. Okay. So instead of snipping my tails, I'm burning my tails. Not really. They're pretty much done. Okay, lovelies, have to run. We'll watch it when I get home. Have a great evening, everyone. Thanks, Tammy. You have a great night, too. Thanks for staying with us. Okay. Dun, dun, dun. Okay. Let's make... Okay. So I am doing my hole just past the stitching. So, oh, almost dropped those. So the stitching is right here, and I'm right next to it by like 1/8 of an inch where the hole is. I don't want to push a hole through the stitching because it might break the stitching and then the integrity of it's gone. So I'm doing it just on the other side of it. Okay. What did I drop? I don't know. I felt something. Okay. Oh, so fun fact. If you ever buy, like some people are like, which one is the right side of the rivet? Like, you know, like which one's like the pretty side? Well, with double cap rivets, technically there really isn't a pretty side, but I find that the one with the post already on it, not the cap, but the post attached to the cap portion is the right side. Because if you had a single cap rivet, then it would just be this one with the post that have it. And then the back would not have it. It would just spread out like it just like, I don't know, it doesn't have a backing. So it's not double rivet, in other words. You know what I'm saying. It's not double capped. Like, boom, boom. Nope, not two. Just so then that's how I determine whether, if you want to know if it's actually a right side or not, that's how I do it. All right, that's in there. Right. Let's get assembling. Okay, so these are our two side pieces. Our gusset, so we need our zipper gusset, two side pieces, and the base. Okay, so before I put my base on, I need to put these two on here. Okay, and then we can move from there. One on each side. Oh, look at that! Look at that! So because I used the zipper foot, look how much more is on either side. So I've got a choice, but I want it to stay this distance there. choices. Okay, so what's the measurement? What are we looking at, guys? What are we looking at? So I'm going to mark my centers, and then I am going to do some construction work. So if you find that your gusset piece, for some reason, like mine, I didn't do the right seam allowance or used the wrong zipper tape, and it's not as wide as the side pieces, here's what you can do. Find your centers, okay? Then, after you find your centers, line it up with the zipper. This doesn't have to be like, you could just kind of see where it is, right? You're going to line it up. And then on either side, you're going to see the difference on either side. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to mark it. Okay? On either side, all the way down. And I'm just doing this on one because whatever I'm doing on this one, I'm going to do to the other one. So, okay, so I can see that line. I don't know, you guys probably can't see. I don't see where I have my pens or anything. It's so weird. Okay, so now that I've done that, obviously I don't want to go all the way to the bottom because I want this still to be the same as this because I don't want to change the base. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to measure in half again. No, not even. Just a whole 2 inches up. Like I said, at the seat of your pants. 2 inches up. Make a mark. 2 inches up. Make a mark. Okay? And what I'm going to do is from here, right, I'm going to narrow it down. Let's see. This. So this part down here is going to be the bottom. So the wider part is going to be the bottom. The thinner part is going to be the what you call it. Now, I only do that to that 2 inch mark. I leave the rest of it straight. And this will hopefully make sure that it's both the same distance from it going in. Yeah, that one went a little further. There we go. Boom. Then you're going to take this one, put it on top of this one, and then repeat. Rinse and repeat. Yeah, it's like a good conditioner. Rinse and repeat. Okay. Okay, done. So now these are the bottoms, and this is the top. Just like that. That's how you fix that. You're going to have to do the same thing with the lining pieces, so let me go ahead and grab those. So technically, I don't really have to, because I could show it off later, but I want to do that now. My mind is just not working very well today. Yeah. Okay. clippity clip. Okay. It's not perfect, but it's okay. All right, so did that. Now we can go ahead and create our sandwich. One exterior with one lining with a gusset in between makes a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Okay. What's going on here? What's going on here? Looks like my threads are shredding a little bit. I don't know if that's because I was messing around over here and kind of pulling and yanking and did something. Now the possibility is that I am what you call it? I need to have a new needle soon. I'm trying to feel. Thought I got it. Yeah. That's funny. Okay, let's do the other side. Alright, so let's just go ahead and do this side. I didn't quite line up all the way, so I wanted to make sure. Okay. Sorry. Making you mad at me. Oh, look at that. I got so darn close there. See that? That's because I didn't measure. I can just hear my husband. I keep telling you, you gotta measure. What's the fun in that? Just saying. What's the fun in that? Yes, I have random Disney songs singing in my head constantly. If it's not Disney, it's Pixar. Just saying. Seriously, it can't be in both spots. It really can't. There we go. I think at this point I have I've made her mad. Oh, thank you. It's one of my popular ones for sure. For sure. Very popular. It's just so vibrant and pretty. And then I thought like this coral would really like bring out the blue. Because if I had like a navy blue hardware, that would be even better. But that's okay, because pink is good too. Yeah, because blue's my jam. Oh, that's so pretty. Okay, so now that I've done that, I gotta keep these separate because this has to go on this, and then this has to go on the other one, and then we turn it inside out, and baste it all together, and put the front and the back together, and they marry, and then become happily ever after. Hi, Lori. She's like, okay. You came just in time. I really don't know what you're in time for, but you're in time for something. I'm sure you are. Thank you, BJ. The leopard print rose is too. Oh, they're so pretty. If you haven't seen that one, you gotta look at that one. That one's a pretty one too. And I have it in a new finish. It's a little bit like the Luxe waterproof canvas, or I don't know, something like that. It's just nice. It's waterproof, but it's kind of shiny, but it still has some ribbing to it, and I don't know how to describe it. I'll have to have someone look, feel it, and like tell me what they think it is, because it's new. It's new on the it's new on the at the studio. I've listed it, but I really haven't done a lot with it yet, like making something out of it. Gosh. Time I keep slipping away. Okay. All right. There we go. Yeah. All right. So this one's gonna get turned this way. And that's gonna get turned that way. And then everything gets like pulled together. Yes. Okay. Hi, Beth. How are you? So country in the house. So you guys didn't know that Beth from So Country and Brittany, goodness, I couldn't think of her name. Brittany from the Emporium are coming here to Garner Sewing Room to teach the Sincerely Jen weekend. So it's going to be a weekend of all like 3 Sincere Gen patterns, 2 instructors, includes pre-cut kits, and I'm trying to think of else. Oh, catered lunches both days. It's Friday, Saturday. I'm sorry, Saturday, Sunday. The website has details. lots and lots of details. I can't remember off the top of my head, but please do check that out. Yeah, I'm so excited for that too, Beth. Like, we tried to work something out last year, but then it just didn't quite happen. You know? Timing just got away from both of us. Before you know it, was tax season. If you didn't know, Beth is an accountant. Well, she does taxes. I don't know about her. Are you an accountant or just a tax? Because I have a lady here locally who all she does is do taxes. She does not do any accounting. She just does taxes. She's amazing. She's amazing. Okay, so what I'm doing right now is nesting these seams so that I don't have to cut them down. Hi, Robin. Welcome to the channel. Super happy to have you. So anybody out there who's new or newer to my channel, or to me, period, like, who am I, right? I am the owner and operator of Garner Sewing Room. We are a teaching studio that teaches beginner sewing classes primarily to kids and adults. But then every so often I need to throw in something in there that's interesting. So we get these lovely people from the YouTube universe to come and do classes here and workshops. Yay! So that's what we are. I primarily teach beginner classes. I primarily teach the adult beginner class. I have a instructor who's been with me for quite some time now. Hillary has been with me for almost 4 years, and she is the lead kids instructor. I am making the Vixen by Seems Legit. Didn't mean to catfish you with the whole different title or whatever, but Tori forgot it was her birthday. So I was like, no, you go celebrate your birthday, and I will do the live, and I'll just do a different pattern, and we'll do the other one together another time. See? It all works out. It all works out very, very well. So what I'm doing right now is just clipping all this, because if I don't clip it, it has a tendency of having a bubble somewhere where it doesn't need to have a bubble. So I need to make sure that I am really pushing and making it straight and clipping. And in the garment world, this would be considered a type of easing in. Okay. Now I'm gonna go and insert all together, just like that. It's gonna go. And I put my clips the wrong way. Yay! You know something funny, Beth? I think I'm almost out of bobbin, but as many times I've seen your videos, I've never, ever, like, in my mind said, oh, that's not an industrial. Does that make sense? Because I sent you the industrial light. This is, sorry. I was like, what? I thought you had an industrial. I was like, oh, so sorry. So sorry, so sorry. Oh. That was funny. Like, how do you put this thing together? I was like, oh, here, we have a video. And they're like, oh, well, that figures it out. I don't have an industrial. I was like, oh, well, that makes it a little harder now, doesn't it? Don't worry about me. Let's see. I like to do sewing lives with people, like in collaboration, just because I like to pick people's brains and how they do things. I watch a lot of other YouTubers' videos because I'm still learning when it comes to bag making. And I think that, you know, in life, you can never stop learning, if that makes any sense. I'm going to do this right now because the vinyl side down is sticking a little bit. So you can never just stop learning, right? So I want to keep learning and learning new things. Also, sourcing people that can go out or come here actually, and give this community here that I have a different outlet. You know, there's a lot of quilting shops around here, which there's nothing wrong with quilting shops. But the clientele is different, you know? And sometimes people who just want to sew and have a good time don't necessarily want to do a quilt. So that's my solution, is we have different and new things here. That's sewing. That's what I like. Okay, so I'm going to use this thing because it's kind of pucker on me. Not really pucker, but the vinyl is just like pushing, stretching a little bit. Oh man, I broke a clip. I don't like breaking clips, but it happens. Because they're not made of magic, even though they look like it. Even though our pretty clips don't look like it. They're not made of magic. And that's okay. I know where I can get more. I buy them wholesale from Lauren. Oh, that was right. You kept trying to figure it out. And I'm like, oh, that makes a big difference. Once you saw it on the video, you're like, oh yeah. Did I just run out of... No, I didn't run out of bobbin. Like, what's that? What? No, I didn't run out of bobbin. Why am I missing a little bit right there? I don't know. Oh, because I stopped too soon. Oh, that's right. That makes sense. Starbursts. Is that what you call them when it busts? It's a starburst. No. Like, I don't want it to burst. I want it to stay forever. I want to have it forever and ever and ever. Okay, so now what I'm doing is I'm going to mark my centers of these pieces. So I like to really just make sure everything is nice and like accentuated. Like really like making sure that it's the same in both sides. And when I'm doing this cut, I'm not doing like a really, really big cut. I'm just doing like a little snip. And I get my finger out of the way because sometimes I get my finger. So, yeah. So I quartered it kind of like a pizza pie. Okay. Okay. Did that. All right. So now we get to marry our two pieces together. We're going to marry these pieces together. They're going to become a happy couple. So wrong side out. Like so. So this is the front. This is the back. Okay. I'm going to have to sew it like this, though, because if I don't sew it like this, it's going to just keep moving on me. Do you know what I'm saying? Hi, Brittany! From the Emporium. Brittany from the Emporium is here. Oh my god, I feel so special. Brittany's here, and Beth is here. And Shnova's here. I feel special. And BJ's here. BJ's my friend. Are you getting all settled in, Brittany, in your new sewing space? Laugh out loud. Yeah, is it? It's like that, huh? Sorry. I get it. I did a huge move as well, obviously, from one suite to another. That was fun. Hee-haw, hee-haw. Okay. Snip, snip. Okay. It's looking good, looking good. So right here where that that stuff is hanging out, I'm gonna cut it off just a little bit, just to trim it down, just so it doesn't mess up my seam allowance when I'm doing my binding. Binding? Yes, binding. We're going to bind a bag. Oh. That's what Luna looks at me like weird, like when I talk, like in different voices. She just looks at me like, what are you doing? Well, to be honest, my kids do the same thing. Alright, so now I'm going to fold it in half so I can get my centers marked. Do, 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 do. There's the way it works the best. Like, just really squish it. Squish it together. It's been forever. Hey, Amber, how are you? All right, we got one more to go, and then we're gonna put it all together like a pizza pie. It's a pizza. Do, 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 do. Ooh. I like these later ones. You guys get chatty. I love it. I love it. Okay. Didn't I just do the other one the other way because I said this side stretches? Oh. I don't know why I do anything anymore. Now, if anybody out in the YouTube universe, or any universe really, has anybody who wants to teach a class or do anything like that, I am more than willing and open to have a discussion about coming in and do classes. Or do a workshop, whatever, retreat. I got you. I got you. Okay. That one. Okay, so make sure that's lined up. That's lined up. That's lined up. That's lined up. This is lined up. Okay. That turned out really awesome. Okay, so I'm gonna need to get my stapler, possibly, for this, but we'll see. Oh, my name tag. Man. I think I have a rainbow one, or not a rainbow one, a heartwood and hide one. Let me see. I saw it like a couple days ago. Nope. It's a metal one that I saw. That's worked out fine. That works out even better. Okay. Establish which one is your outside, which is usually not the one with the pocket. Because I like the pocket to be on the other side, not on like next to your body. I don't know. Okay. So I'm just going to snip some of these threads here so that I can unstitch it. You're going to erase the stitches, like I tell my students. We're going to erase those stitches. Just enough for us to be able to put our hand in and place the zipper. Not the zipper. Lord help me. The thingy. Yeah, that thingy. Okay, so let's see here. Is that too low? I kind of like it being like right in the middle. In the middle. Okay. That took a lot of concentration, guys. I couldn't do anything else. Alright, so I'm going to put my hand inside so I can kind of like pop this up. See that? Like a flipper. And move your fingers, because you don't want your fingers on the other side of that. You just want to take it so that it's not going through this side. Okay? And then you can help kind of guide it through. Like so. Make sure it's the right way, because I've done that plenty of times when it's upside down. And then you sit there and you finish the bag, and then you start like saying a lot of nice biscuit words. Been for okay, so I can come back through here and reclose it. It's not the end of the world if you leave it open, but for me, I just want to kind of keep it all together. Okay. This one. All right. This is what we're doing. We're going to clip at our intersections. I was just wondering, when you're putting your own name tag on your bag, you're give credit to the person who made the pattern when you sell it. So if I list it on Etsy or on my website or anything like that, I do say it's the Vixen or it's a so-and-so bag by, yeah. Definitely. I love to make sure everybody knows. And I'm always, like, for me, I sell some things, but I don't like sell things like on markets and stuff. So, what I mostly do is do education, so teaching. So I like to make the bags so that I can learn what to do to help people when they have issues, when they start, calling and saying, "Hey, I had a question about this," kind of thing, and then I go through and answer it for them. So, like, for example, I had a lady come in with her Juki TL QVP Mini, and she was a quilter for a long time, and now she's getting into bag making. So I'm kind of like just helping her really just know the difference between the different types of needles you're going to need to have, and threads and stuff like that. And it's not necessarily a smooth transition from quilting over to bag making. There are some bumps in the road. There are some learning curves in there. So I was just kind of like telling her, you gotta just understand that when it comes to this kind of stuff, we're going to need to make a couple of changes and tweak a couple of things just to make sure that your machine is being as effective as you want it to be, and you're not frustrated with it. Because the last thing we want is her being frustrated and not continuing on with her bag making journey, because it's amazing. Okay. So that's pretty much what I do. But when I do post it and sell, I do say it's the so-and-so pattern from so-and-so. And most of mine are like people come into the store, to the studio itself, actually. And they're like, "Oh my god, that bag is amazing." And I was like, "Oh, that's the so-and-so bag by so-and-so." And then, like, for this one, for the Vixen, I'll be like, "Oh, that's the Vixen by Tori, which seems legit." And they're like, "Oh, that's awesome." And they're like, "You made it?" I'm like, "Yeah, I made it." And we get to talking. And then they'll either buy the bag, or they're like, "Okay, I need to come in for classes." Or, I definitely want it to learn more, kind of thing. So it's really beneficial for both a consumer and a potential student to know what the possibilities are. I'm just doing a couple of notches. I really don't need that many. But just this little tiny curve here was getting a little bit puckery on the other side, and that's why I had to put those in there. I got into quilting first. And then I saw I love bag making way more. Yeah, I just find that one, it's more satisfying because you could finish it in a day or two, sometimes even over a weekend if it's a bigger project. But with quilting, with quilts, I've made several quilts, and I make t-shirt quilts too for clients, but it's just amazing how much longer a quilt can take versus a bag. So if you're trying to make something like quick for like a birthday gift or an anniversary or something, usually a bag of some sort would work, because you don't have to know their dress size, you don't have to know their pant size, you don't have to know their shoe size. I'm being exaggerate there, but I'm saying clothes making kind of thing. And then with quilting, it's just like, it's fun. It is. It's gratifying, and just putting different fabrics together and seeing how things come together and things like that. I love it. I love doing more of the free motion quilting now, because it just kind of helps me just get into a zone and I just quilt. It doesn't look good, but I do it. But I do it anyway, because I keep practicing. If I don't practice, I don't get any better. Give me a quick second. I'm going to go run to the front because it's put my stapler up there, and then I'll be right back. The stapler is very handy. Okay, sorry guys. That door shuts really loud, and it's very loud back here when it shuts. So funny. So funny. It's therapy for you. Yeah, it is for me too. Yep. I definitely find it as just as a let's breathe and let's just do something that I just don't have to really think about, right? Because when you've been quilting long enough and you've been doing a 1/4 inch seam allowance and you just go, you're like, oh yeah, I remember what this feels like. Just like one seam after another, and you're like, all right, this is good. This is a good stretch. So I'm not doing staples all the way around. I'm just doing staples in points where I know get a little bit more strenuous because of bulk or something like that, or just because of a curve. So that's what I'm doing here. More towards the curve, this really tight curve down here is really where I put more of my staples than anywhere else. The straight bit, not as much. Kind of in the middle. Don't want that shifting, and then on the side. All right, so that's good. So I'm keeping these other ones in, right, just to have something to hold on to in between the staples, because the staple's not the end and all kind of thing. You have to kind of do it with it. I know I'm a little bit cuckoo, but I like to do my binding while I do this. Not the whole binding bit, but you'll see. You'll still see. Okay. Okay, so You're probably asking yourself, like, how do you know? Cuckoo. I have 3 quilts right now that need finished with backing, and I can't because I don't have the quilter. And the lady that does says booked for months. Oh, okay, I got you. So you take it to her and she does your sandwiching and then quilting for you. So you've got the top done. Okay, so goodness, I'm going up, buddy. Yeah, it's just really thick right there, but my thread is starting to shred again. I think I'm gonna need to change my needle. I need a fresh needle. I'm making a scrappy quilt with the leftover fabric from bags I've made. Yeah, that's awesome. See, that's cute. I love it. It's just all creativeness. All creativeness is creativeness. All sewing is sewing. It's just lovely. Lovely, I tell you, lovely. Yep, just push it really hard. It gets in my hand. I didn't hurt myself, guys. I just... Yeah, that was totally dull. Maybe because I kept hitting things. Hee. Okay. You know, it's just amazing how much the Juki CLQVP Mini, whatever it's called, how much it really is a hybrid of like an industrial and a domestic. It just blows my mind. It's just like a little bit of all of it in there, and I'm like, oof, that'd be hard to distinguish sometimes, you know? Come on, lay down flat. Here you go. There you go. See, that wasn't so bad. It's a wonderful as a 4-year-old dad says. Oh, that's right. Yeah, my dad's the one who taught me how to sew. Well, I wouldn't say sew, but taught me how to use a sewing machine and then really work around. Let me take this out. Working around garments and like really understanding garment terminology and things like that. So that's what I could say. He helped me with that. Okay, so right here, I'm really trying to make this as flat as possible. While I go through, and I still want to make sure that I'm on my seam allowance. And all I'm doing is just lining up the edge of the what you call it, next to it. The binding next to the seam. The raw edge. That's all I'm doing. That way I'm just doing it all at once rather than having to do it 2 different steps. Can you do it 2 steps? Absolutely. Like my good friend Tori tells me, I can't tell you what to do. I'm not the boss of you. I'm not the boss of you. I can't tell you what to do. It's a good machine now, the TL18. It's your travel machine, yeah. It is a good machine. It's just amazing how much it's like a combination of both. That thing's heavy. Oh my god, that thing's like 30 pounds. Yo. my thing was heavy. I was like, I have to have my husband help me with this thing because I couldn't lift it. I mean, I could lift it, but it was just like straining us, and I don't want to. Seriously? Seriously? You're still shredding? Sorry. I like talking to things sometimes, and it's just, it's soothing. Why are you doing this to me? We're so close. We're so close. Do this to me. Let's just crack my nail. Please tell me I didn't crack my nail. No. Okay, good. Okay. There we go. Yeah, it's a good travel machine. Okay, well, what are you doing? Why do you not want to move? There you go. Now you move. Don't worry about me and my accents. It's just this thing. I turn into different, like, people from Sesame Street. I go from Couch to Elmo to Big Bird. I don't know where I get this stuff from. It's just like my past memory of like being a child and watching Sesame Street, and it just helps me like just like relieve pressure or something. I don't know. And this is just regular cotton bias binding. It's not the waterproof canvas that I sell here. I could have got that one, but Maddie's at the retail side of things in the front of the store, and she's working really hard over there, so I don't want to mess her up. So I just had binding from the classroom, so I just grabbed it. So it works. It's pre-made. It's beautiful and black, and it'll just really like accent this and just like really make it pop. So there we go. Oh, and with the pre-order, because it just popped in my head, with the pre-order that starts June 5th, I'm going to have the top 5 blender options that I put out on the poll. I'm going to have those available for the pre-sale as well. Yeah. So, that's going to be awesome. Yep, so we're going to do that. Ooh. Is somebody messaging me? Who isn't messaging me? Yeah. Okay, fine. If for some reason I stapled it that's too close to the seam, I just pull it out before I get to it. That's done. All right, so now I can go through and pull all of these staples out, which actually is not that many because I was taking out quite a few of them between stitching. So I just take it and pull it with a screwdriver. I do not recommend leaving them in or cutting them out because you can like really mess up a good pair of scissors that way. And I would rather just use a little screwdriver. I want to get the glitter one from Warmino. I need to get a couple of them and send them out to the sewing people's sewing universe. That's what I do. I think about like with me and Tori being package pals, I think of things that she would like that I may have access to that she doesn't have access to. Or she does, but you know, why would she pay international shipping for one screwdriver, right? Where I could just send her things and it's fun to see what she doesn't have there. And then also like she tried the Baby Ruth when I was on the phone with her personally, like not on the live that she did, and her face said it all. It said it all. Have a wonderful evening, everyone. I have to run. Bye, BJ. Have a great night. Okay. So there's one more right there. Ooh la la. Ooh, that one went flying. You guys can't really see what I'm doing when it's on my lap. Sorry. Alright, so then now I flip it over and I just take the binding because it's already folded. Oh, one more. Oh, I have two more. Oh, my eyes deceive me. Okay. There's that one, and then one more right here. It's just right there. So sometimes, I don't know why, but usually in the curves, I have to like trim away a little bit on the curves, but these straighter edges, I usually don't have to cut away anything for it to fold over and catch on the other side. See? It just catches. It just goes over. Okay. And then this is literally all I'm doing is pulling it forward and putting it on, just like that. And then I just clip it. No need to do anything else, just clip it and it'll stay in place. And then I'm going to stitch it with this side up so I can make sure I get the binding. You see, like right here, it can't quite make it get over, so I'm right there. I'm going to have to trim some of that back. Just a little trim. Just a little bit of trim. All right, let me see something. I got to put this in the trash behind me. Hold on. Okay. Oh my god, I wish I saw this went to my bowler bag. Yeah. There's a lot of amazing methods out there. Like Kelly, like Terry. There's so many people out there that just do things differently and have their own way. And I'm not gonna sit there and say that this is the way I do it all the time, because it really isn't. Usually I use the waterproof canvas to match the fabric, because I have the strips already made, and to match the waterproof canvas that I carry. But I'm telling you, this turned out to be a blessing, because I can just kind of keep rolling with it and keep moving, you know? Just go with the pre-made binding. Okay. Am I back? I am back, but I'm backwards. This is funny. Hold on. Hold on, I'm trying to figure this out. I'm like, oh, wait a minute. There. Is that good? Oh! Sorry, guys. Sorry. Sorry. Yes. That's totally me. Alright. For some reason, my phone was not charging. It had started charging and then it stopped charging, so I don't know what it's doing. So, sorry, guys. I'm trying to get it so it's a little closer. This way. So it's not pulling on the... what you call it so much. Okay. Sorry. Alright. I'm so sorry. Yay, I'm back. Yeah, sorry, my phone died. And I don't know why that charger on that side doesn't work. I just have to remember, not to use it, because it's just annoying. But the good thing is, because I use StreamYard, it just kind of just kept you guys in limbo until I got back. Right? Yeah. Look at the bright side. That's what I say. Look at the bright side. Okay. I know I'm going to need to trim over here anyway, so I might as well just do it. Okay. Okay, so I guess I have to trim some more over here too. Okay. So I'm just gonna trim back all the way around next time, just to see. That's just easier. Oh yes. Hi. Hi, Arnetta. Yes, I am back. Thank you for sticking in there. Because it sure did just went blue. I mean, I'm like, what? What just happened? Okay, I don't have any more. I was thinking I had some more clips somewhere, but I didn't. Okay, I'll start putting some things away because it's starting to get a little too much for me, and I just can't. I can't do it. Okay. Alrighty. Alrighty then. Okay, so where is it? I just had it. Did it fall? Yep, sure did fall. Did it fall down? Yes, it did. It fell down. It's like seeing the butt. All right, so now we are going to sew all the way around. I'm using my handy dandy little tweezer clipper thing that I got to really just help keep things down and go doo, 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 doo. Oh, actually, this could be a blessing in disguise. You know what this blessing could be? I can have you guys zoom in right here and then get closer. See? That way the charger doesn't stretch too much. Then you guys can see what I'm doing. No, maybe not. There we go. You might get bumped though. My glasses thingy broke. The Harry Potter glass thingy that Tori gave me. There we go. Okay. So hopefully you guys can see a little bit better what I'm doing with my hands, how I'm doing it. Yeah. Hopefully. Yeah. You guys should be able to really see it in close like that, right? And I'm sewing within the seam. I'm not sewing into the thing. Oh, yay! Good. I'm happy, Terry. I'm so happy. I'm happy that you can gain something out of this. I really appreciate that. Like, that's what I try to do. I try to make things easy. Or at least a little easier, a little less intimidating. The bias binding is very forgiving when it's pre-made, especially when it's actually like cotton binding, because it actually does stretch. Whereas waterproof canvas does not. It does not stretch. What I really like about my tweezers is I can just kind of pick it and pull it. It's like a multi-purpose tool. It acts as a stiletto. It acts like a tweezer when I need it to get in there and grab something, like when I need to thread my needle, or I need to detangle something in my bobbin. It works really well for a lot of different things. And when you are strapped for like space, I really like to have tools that are like multi-purpose, like, you know. Okay, so just pulling this to the side so I can tie it off. Don't have to do this, but I might as well since I'm here. And it was already starting to kind of come up on this side anyway. So tying it off. That was a lot of work for nothing because I just zipped it unthreaded. I mean, unknotted. So, yeah, that's fun. It's fine, it's fine, it's fine. Seriously? Even my machine goes like, It was just a little couple extra layers of threading that was like, no, I don't want to do it. Boom. Oh my goodness. Okay, so I'm going to pull you guys up so you guys can see. No, not that way. Can you guys see? Hopefully you guys can see this. Look at that. Beautiful binding. Beautiful. Beautiful binding. Oh, you guys can't think I see this thing in the way. Oh, there you go. Good. Okay, good. The delay just makes things a little bit more interesting. So right through there, look at all that beautiful binding. Both sides caught perfectly. Amazing. The other side looks really good. Like inside looks really good too. It's nice. No puckers. Looks really, really good. I should have probably looked at that before I did the binding, because if I needed to fix anything, it's like, duh, at this point. But hey, you only live once. Go for it. Okay, so now what I'm doing now is I'm just going to just do what I did last time and do a couple clips, do some staples, keep it moving. Okay. Oh, good. You guys have a better vantage point this way, too. I don't need these anymore. Take these back on that table. Thank you. I think it looks pretty good myself. I don't think it looks good. No! It turned into stardust. That's all right. I have access to the source, so I can get you some more if I need to, which I do. I need to reach out to Tammy. Okay. So now let's continue with that. So I pull and I clip. Pull, get it lined up, and then I clip. Okay. Now I'm going to go from this way until I get closer here, and then I'll snip a little bit and then stretch it out. But I like to get this all the way to here before I do that. Like, I really want to make sure the top fits nice before I do any snipping or stretching. So I want to make sure it's nice and flush. I think Shinobu, did you do the Betty Bowler bag for the retreat? At Lauren's so whatever studios. I know it was a bowler bag. I just can't remember which one it was because there's a couple bowler bags, right? Yep, just a little bit right in there. I'm trying to envision which one the Betty Bowler is. I don't think I've done the Betty Bowler, but maybe I have. Okay, sometimes I have to really just kind of stretch it and wiggle it and just to make sure everything just gets down and nice and flat without any extra bookers or anything else. There we go. All right, stapler. All right, I'm really going to try to make sure I keep it out of the seam this time. Like, really, really, really try. Okay. I only have a few more stitches left. Not stitches. Staples. Stitches, staples. Same difference. They don't stitch you up anymore these days. They staple you. Right. Binding. Okay. Alright. Gusset side up. Open up your binding. I should have 2 folds. Oh. Hopefully you guys can see that. And it's not just the top of my machine. Okay. Y'all, I'm special. Okay. Okay, so when I open up the binding has 3 folds, 1 on either side, and then 1 in the center. So you're going to open up this as well. So you want to make it nice and flat. Okay? Once you make it nice and flat, then you can start placing it down. And I'm just putting it right up against the edge of the bag. I like to have myself a little tail. And then start with your seam allowance. Okay. This is when it starts getting a little tricky. So this is where I get my little helper. This thing has saved many fingers, or at least my fingers. Sometimes putting your hand inside and also like kind of helping it like lay flat, that works too. Like if you feel that there's a little bump or anything kind of in the way. There, yeah, much smoother the second time. Much smoother. Woo! Okay. I wonder if I turn this light off if you guys could see a little bit better. I don't know. think it makes much a difference either way. I was just thinking that there was extra glare or something, but no. And then when I'm doing the other side, that's all I have to do, and then I'll be done with this bag. Oh, I still gotta do the crossbody. It's out of webbing. Ah! No more sewing. Well, I could sew, you know what I mean. Leave off on a high note. I almost caught the binding in a fold, but I caught it before I did it. Okay. Elmo World. Told you. Sesame Street. Sesame Street. Back again. Alright. Okay. Whew. Now we are taking the staples out. I also use needle nose pliers to take the staples out. Okay. Hopefully you can see that. Okay. So what I'm doing now is using my needle nose pliers to take off the staples. So it's a lot less labor intensive than a screwdriver. And they were right there the whole time. I just didn't look for them. But they were right there. Sometimes you gotta just kind of get underneath it and then pull it out. Get underneath. Pull. Okay. There we go. A little more, and we should be all done. Trim it up, and then fold it over, and there we go. Okay. I got all of them. Yes, I did. Put them away. Trim it up. Give it a slight haircut. Just a little one. Just a little haircut. Oh. I didn't stab myself. I came really close to it. Here we go. Trimmed. Trash. Let's go. You guys can see my face, like all those funny faces I've been making. I've been making some funny faces now. I'm just letting y'all know. I do. Come on. Here we go. Now you're coming. Okay. It's like it wasn't like it was like resisting for a second, but I just kind of push it a little bit. Or should I say pull on it. So you guys can see this direction of what I'm doing. So you guys can see from this side. Right. Taking it, pulling it up. Pushing it over. I can feel more than I can see because I'm having you guys see what I'm doing. All I'm doing is just making sure it kind of comes over and it's going to cover the stitching that we did before. And what that's going to do is just make sure it just looks nice and tidy on the inside. Does anybody really see these stitches? Probably not. You know, but hey. It's well worth it. I'm just pulling it up at this point. So I'm just like, okay, and we're almost there. What do the staples do? The staples just help everything stay together, especially in the thicker areas. While you are sewing, clips can easily just pop off. So you could either use binder clips that just kind of like, you can have it like almost lock in, or you could use staples. I just prefer staples because they're pretty easy and, you know, inexpensive. You know, binding clips are not that expensive, but because you would have to use them every single time. But that's what I do. It just kind of helps hold the bulk together so it doesn't slip, so it stays as even as possible. So yeah, so it's just kind of like a really good sturdy clip or pin. Like if you use a pin, right, and you hold it, your fabric together with a pin, clips just slip off. Like they can just kind of slip off sometimes when you're working. So it just makes it just stay where it needs to longer. Okay. Cool. Hopefully that works. I have the delay, so I don't really see what you guys are seeing. I really need to pull up the StreamYard app next time rather than just the YouTube channel, because the StreamYard is live. Like, it sees what you see. Okay. All right, here we go again. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go again. I think that's a salt and pepper sauce. Yeah, and if you ever have a question, just ask. Don't worry about, you know. I have to tell my adult students a lot of times that, you know, that the difference between a kid learning how to sew and an adult learning how to sew is, especially if you're beginners, is the preconceived notion of, I'm an adult, I already have to know this stuff. And I was like, you really don't have to know this stuff, so I give you permission not to know. I give you permission to ask questions, because if you don't ask questions and you don't make any mistakes, then you don't learn. I mean, you do, but you don't, if that makes sense. I learn more with my mistakes than I do by making a bag perfectly the first time, or the second time, or the third time. Because let me tell you, I've done a couple of lives where I've been in a sticky situation because I made some, like, really, like, oh, I shouldn't have done that kind of thing, right? Or I cut something out wrong, or like with this one where I did the seam allowance a little too tight to the zipper teeth, right? So it ended up being, you know, a lot smaller. So in that, that's okay, because I learned, ha, I can do this, I can do that, I can make this happen. Okay, come on. You kind of come over and come over this way. That's right. Yep. You gonna act right. Gosh bless it. I don't know what is going on, because I trimmed it, so I don't understand. Why is it not wanting to move over? Did I not trim it enough? Is that what it was? You know what's so crazy is because this is orange and the coral is orange, it looks like I'm like, my foot is like floating. At least that's what it looks like on the camera. I don't know about you guys. Looks like my foot is floating in the air. There we go. There we go. There we go. Now we're getting a nice rhythm. See what happens when you just surrender. Anyway, so what was I saying? Oh yeah, adults. Adults have a fear of asking questions, so unfortunately, that's what usually makes it a little bit more intense for them. But they learn literally the same lessons. And I'm not going to toot my own horn or anything, but I've come up with a really sure way of explaining sewing, especially on a sewing machine, should I say. Not just like hand sew or whatever, but sewing on a sewing machine to really helps people understand the importance of your presser foot being down, needle down, needle all the way up when you're going to take your fabric off, when starting, how to start properly, all those things, those little tiny things that, you know, you've just kind of figured out along the way when you're self-taught, that I like to really emphasize on that in my lessons, because that's the foundation for a lot of different things, a lot of successful things, you know, and when it comes to sewing. So yeah, that one did not turn out as nice because it just kept slipping. Like right there, it just slipped. But that's it. Just right here, it slipped out. It slipped out. See a little squirrely thing. It reminds me of Luna with her little wiggly butt. She doesn't just shake her tail. Like, she shakes her entire hips and butt. Like, they wiggle left to right, left to right, left to right. You better watch out because she could knock somebody over, too. Yeah. That's just amazing, isn't it? This amazing world called YouTube. You know what's so crazy is YouTube, you know, 10 years ago really wasn't as big as it is now, right? But, you know, just makes me kind of like think of my dad because he used to go to YouTube for everything. He's like, oh, you don't know how to do that? Let's go to YouTube. You know, and this was before everybody's like, YouTube it. You know, this is like 10 years ago. So it's just, for me, it's just kind of, I don't know. Like a turnaround moment, you know, what goes around, like it comes full circle of just the fulfillment of it, because my dad probably would have never thought in a million years that I would be on YouTube doing videos. Not that I couldn't, because, you know, whatever, but he was my source, you know? So when he left, when he passed away, I used all that to just be like, okay, bam. Other people get to have this too. So, yep. It's amazing how far I have come in the last 8 years. Yeah. We always answer questions. Tori and I are fun about that. We're like, yeah. But, you know, it also helps that we don't have like 200 people on the live also asking like a bunch of questions, and then I can't see the question. It's not about me like not answering because I don't want to. It's mostly because a lot of times it's just so many people on the live that it goes unseen. You know? Oh, that's much better. I'm so happy I took the time to fix that, because that would have drove me a little bit nuts. Alright. Here it is. It's time to turn the bag. Okay, hold on. Alright, guys. It's time to turn this bad boy. Turn and burn. Shake and bake. Ricky Bobby. Ricky Bobby. Okay. Okay, guys. And gals and everybody, look at that. Okay. Let's see. Show me what you're working with. Oh my goodness. It's almost been 3 hours, guys. Or it has been 3 hours. I'm sorry. I'm not really fast like Tori. Like when it comes to sewing. She's been sewing a lot longer. on an industrial longer than me. I've only had my industrial for like 5 years. And I've only been sewing bags for 3. So. Ooh, I kind of like that look of it kind of like tapering down and it's not so square. Ooh, I may have to just do that all together. Make a new pattern piece for that. Look at those. Look at those curves. It's right there. Look at that. It's just so pretty. It's so pretty. Look at this one. It's so pretty. It's so pretty. Oh, goodness. Look at that. Oh, that almost matched. Oh, that's crazy. Look at that one. It almost matched. I didn't do that on purpose. That's crazy. Oh, goodness, guys. Oh, this looks so nice. Look. I'm so happy with it. Boop, boop. Okay. Quick crossbody strap slash shoulder strap. I'm going to make it more of a shoulder length than a crossbody length. Put that over there. Alright, so for me, because I'm doing it as a shoulder length, I'm only doing like a yard. And a half. So leave that. Use that for something else later. Okay, when it comes to the crossbody strap, I always do this part first. I don't know why, but I think it for me, it just makes it easier to install. So I do this portion first. I'm going to do a little box square here, and then do the rest of it. So let's just see if we can push in just a little bit so you can at least see somewhat of what I'm doing. Oh, there you go. You can see. All right, so hold this like that. Ooh, you slippery little thing. It started trying to shift and move on me. No, no, no. No, no, no. We don't do that. We don't talk about Bruno. There we go. Sorry, I keep forgetting that the camera's over on this side now. Okay, so burn. Okay, so I like to have it so that I can do this portion first so that I know what to do now. So now I know that I get to put the swivel hook, like put this wrong side up, keep it wrong side up, put try to make sure it doesn't twist on me. Putting the slider on, and then so see, so that's the wrong side, and then the wrong side is going to be having this cover it, and you go up and over. Brittany taught me that. I was having such a hard time with crossbody straps, and Brittany came in and did a workshop last year, Brittany from Emporium, and she showed me how to do the strap. And I was like, oh, that makes so much more sense. Okay, so I'm just really burning the end of this because it is a seatbelt webbing. Just almost looks like it's shiny. You just make sure it's just really nice and burnt. And then you take this one and you go like this, and you go like this, and you can turn this in as well, like that. Okay, and then you can turn it down just a little bit more if you need to. I think I like that because I want to be able to like sew it down. Okay. So these couple little things and then we're done. I'm guessing Tori is done with her birthday breakfast. I just got a notification she went live. She must be done. Can you imagine me starting a live right now? Oh my goodness. It's 10 o'clock my time. So it's like noon for her. That would just not look, that would not be good. That would not be good. Oh Jesus. Oh dear baby Jesus.
Did I scare you?
Yeah, it's just a little bit. It's okay.
I'm heading out.
Alright.
Is that the bag?
Yeah.
Oh, I like that. That's so cute. And I like that pattern.
Yep.
That's adorable.
Yeah, this is like the scallop, like the other one that I have up there. Where is it?
Oh, the jack-o'-lantern one?
Yeah, the jack-o'-lantern. This is the same pattern.
Oh, I love that shape.
That's a jack-o'-lantern. So it's like really cute. And then this is like
Did you just finish?
Yeah, I literally just finished.
Oh, do you want me to wait for you?
I'm right back there.
Oh, okay.
Thank you. Look at that. Boom.
Cute.
Cute, 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 cute.
I'll see you tomorrow.
Alrighty, bye-bye. Okay.
I'll turn off the vlog in front of.
Okay. Here it is. Trying to see how you guys can. Give me a second. Let me go on the other side. Should have asked her to help me. Okay. Take this off. And there. Yeah. Okay. And I know that if I sit here, you guys can see me. And you can see the bag. It's so pretty. I keep trying to like move this thing everywhere. I just can't. You get down here? Oh, that, yeah. Alright guys, thank you so much for sticking with me through this amazing, beautiful bag. I love the Vixen. I really, really, really do. I had to do obviously a couple little things here differently just because I made this a little too tight so that it made this smaller. But then this gets smaller and then it gets bigger at the bottom, and I think that makes it look just more dimension personally. If I didn't measure, I cut my rivet collar. It's okay. But it's okay because that's what it's for. So this is more like a shoulder type of bag. It's super cute. It's super, super cute. I love it. I love it. All right, guys, thank you so much for sticking with me. I went into the pool with my son today to do some practice swimming with him, and yeah, it was lovely. Thank you guys so much. I really appreciate it. I really do. I'm gonna go hop off and then head home and work on downloading that program that Georgia told me I needed for the laser. All right, guys. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you.